Namaskar. Welcome to Ahara Arogya Adhyatma, the light of Samskara. Today happens to be Vaishaka Masa Shukla Paksha Trayodashi, and that too a Budvara. And today happens to be Vedavyasa's birthday. And this is very important because Vedavyasa is a guru's guru. And hence today we have none other than Dr. Shilpa, who is a gold medalist in MBBS, and she is the professor, head of the department and director of the lab technology in Chandrasagar Medical College. And she is a blessed soul. And she is going to tell us about Vedavyasa and his Jayanti. Welcome, Shilpa.
Thank you, madam. Today being the auspicious day of Shri Vedavyasa Jayanti, having the blessings and seeking the blessings of my Guru Shri Raghavendra Swami, I will try to tell the significance of Vedavyasa, his contribution to the mankind, to all our viewers. As you said, today being Shukla Paksha Trayodashi of Vaishaka Masa, Vedavyasa was born to Satyavati and Parashara. Parashara, as we all know, comes in the, he is the grandson of Vasishta Rishi. Yes, Vasishta Rishi. And he will be born, we know that Satyavati Matsyagandha, she will be called Matsyagandha because she will have a fish smell in the body.
Smell of fish, yes.
Smell of fish. So she will be actually a cursed Apsara, born through a fish to a king. And when she will be taking Parashara Mahamunigalu in the boat, he will tell that as per God's instructions, I have to have a son with you for the mankind, for the, upliftment of the mankind. And so as soon as Shri Vedavyasa Rishigalu is born, he will be of 7 years age, and then he will immediately go to Badri Kshetra to, divide the Vedas and to create all our Brahma Sutras and Puranas.
And so 18 Puranas all are written. Yeah.
Yes. We believe that Vedavyasa is rather a post because as we all know, there are 14 Manvantaras. And 14 Manvantaras is 1 day of Lord Brahma. Like that, Brahma will live for 100 years. So in each Manvantara, there will be 71 Chaturyugas. So we are in Vaivasvata Manvantara and 28 Chaturyuga. So in the Chaturyuga, in the 3rd, 7th, 16th, 25th and 28th Chaturyugas, Sakshat Lord Shri Vishnu only will take the avatara of
Vedavyasa.
Yes, Lord Vedavyasa. And in the first Chaturyuga, Chaturmukha Brahma will take the form of Vedavyasa. And in the second, it will be Manu Prajapati. And next Chaturyuga, Ashwatthama will take the form of Shri Vedavyasa. So we are all very, very blessed. We are in the 28th Chaturyuga, where Sakshat Shri Hari himself is taken the form of Lord Vedavyasa.
Yeah, and what you're saying is right. And not only it's a post among the 7 Chiranjeevis who are eternal, who have no death, and among them is Vedavyasa also. So Ashwatthama, Balichakravarti, Vedavyasa, Hanuma, Vibhishana, Krupacharya, and Parashurama. So they have no end; they are eternal. So Vedavyasa also is, is all the time there. Yes.
Yes, madam. Shri Vedavyasa is known as Adi Guru because he divided the Vedas into 4 Vedas. He did not write or create the Vedas. Vedas are there since time immemorial.
Right. Yes.
Yes. He divided them into 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. And then he will give it to his disciples to propagate the knowledge and content in the Vedas. And whoever has written commentary, all the great acharyas, be it Adi Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Vallabhacharya, and Srimadbacharya, so many great acharyas who have written commentary on the Vedas is based on, the primary reference is from Shri Vedavyasa's, yes, divided the Vedas. So Vedavyasa is also known as Adi Guru. So there are 2 days, as you told, he is a Chiranjeevi. there are also references that after the end of Dwapara Yuga, during the transition phase, till the dynasty of Panduraja survived, Vedavyasa Devaru was, visible to the human eye, and he was involved in knowledge propagation himself. After that, after 1000 years of starting of Dwapara Yuga, after the end of Dwapara Yuga, he is still there in Uttara Badari, what we call it as Dodda Badari or Uttara Badari, that northern parts of Badari, which is not very much accessible to the humans. We believe he is still there, and a lot of his, with his disciples like Vaishampayana, Paila, all are, and all the great acharyas are
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah. And when we go for the Chardham Yatra, and we can go to the cave where Vedavyasa sat along and dictated to Ganapati, and the Saraswati, which was flowing there, she was making noise, and then the Ganesha tells her to keep quiet, and so she becomes Guptagamini. And even now we can go to the cave. Of course, we can't see the Vedavyasa. As you said, he is in the Uttara. Yeah.
Badari. So that is why he is known as Badarayana, Badari. He is also known as, Krishna, Vasishta Krishna. Krishna because of his color, body color, and Vasishta
Dad.
Krishna because he has come in the Vasishta Rishi Vamsha. So Yadava Krishna is our Lord Krishna, as we all know, and this is Vasishta Krishna. Vedavyasa is also responsible for the Kuru dynasty, continuing
Yes.
the Kuru dynasty.
Yes.
Because Satyavati's son Vichitravirya, he would have died, and Satyavati
Very
will,
early, at a young
yes,
age.
without having any sons.
Children.
So children, Satyavati will ask Vedavyasa to, Niyoga Paddhati is there. So to bear children with Ambika, Ambalika. So we all know Dhritarashtra, Panduraja and Vidura will be born. Vedavyasa is also given as Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam,
Yes.
Puranas.
Yes.
So with great humility and humbleness, let us all pray that such a great Vedavyasa Devaru, let him bless us with the right knowledge and wisdom, and let us remember him on this very auspicious day.
Yes, and that's why we say Vyasaya, Bhavanashaya, Shrishaya, Gunarashaye, Prudyaya Shuddha Vidyaya, Madhvacharyaye, Namo Namaha, and let us all imbibe the knowledge and how to live from all the knowledge that he has given to the world. Thank you very much, Shilpa. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.